My name's Dave Bisceglia, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of the Tap Lab.
Okay, and what is the Tab Lab?
We're a mobile gaming company, and we focus in real-world games.
What's a real-world game?
A real-world game is a game that pulls in real-world data, so geography, maps, people, places, and uses all that data to create a game world that's more meaningful to players. It's something they can actually get their bearings instantly and familiar with the environment before they even step in the game.
So what's an example of a real-world game?
So we're actually here today to demo our new game, Tycoons, and it's one of the first games on our real-world gaming engine. And Tiny Tycoons, a lot of folks describe it as Monopoly in real life. So you can go out and buy real-world places, your favorite restaurants, bars, clubs, build them up and hire your friends to work there, generate income, but also set out to build your own modern real estate empire.
Why did you guys choose to focus on real-world games?
So we chose to focus on real-world games because we saw mobile phones as a huge opportunity, and it seemed like everyone was just porting over existing games from other platforms to mobile. And we really wanted to make games that use the device and everything it's got in it, all the guts, to create new experiences that are strictly mobile. So by using the GPS, the accelerometer, a lot of the guts of the phone, we're able to create unique experiences that really are, entirely new for our players.
What has the Tab Lab done besides Tiny Tycoons?
So we've done a few things at the Tap Lab. We actually started out with a game called Tap City, which is the predecessor to Tiny Tycoons. Similar concept, except rather than buying and selling properties, you were attacking and defending. And that was kind of our test kitchen for this idea of real-world games. Along the way, we also built a game engine and mapping system, and that's what powers Tiny Tycoons. So all of the maps, all of the real-world properties, and a lot of the core mechanics are powered by that. And moving forward, we want to build more games on top of that platform. And we're also experimenting with some augmented reality games as well.
Cool, so why are you guys at Boston Fig?
So we're at Boston Fig for the second year. Back because last year was a blast. We got to get just tons of play testers and feedback on our game, a bunch of people to sign up for our mailing list to start building a community around people who actually know the developers, and actually a lot of people who were at Fig last year came back up to our booth and said they've been playing the game since we last met, and it was really meaningful for us as developers to know people care and that they can stay engaged for a year, actually longer than a year. And yeah, we'll definitely be here next year.
So why should people care about Boston Fig if they're not developers?
So people should care about Boston Fig even if they're not developers, because it's one of the very rare occasions where you get to walk into a room and just meet people who are showing off their pride and joy. Small teams that have built some pretty amazing games that usually won't show up on the front page of the App Store or show up on the front page of Polygon or any of the outlets you read, but are games that could be your next favorite game. And it's a nice way to kind of dive deep and support not only the local community, but just indie developers from really around the country. I think the best place to find these games is events like Fig, at PAX East and some of the bigger conferences. You've got the Indie Mega booth. There are a lot of press outlets that are really focused on helping out smaller studios and getting word out about great games. So, I mentioned Polygon before. They've done a lot of work with the folks at Indie Mega booth to help us, sell the dream there and get some press around that. Yeah, I think coming to events like FIG is probably your best bet. If you want to find out more about the Tap Lab and our games, you can go to thetaplab.com, or you can actually search for Tiny Tycoons on the App Store, and it's available for iPhone, iPod, and iPad. And we've got a few new games coming out soon, so keep an eye on our website, and hope to see you at FIG next year.